All right. Let's try this again. Let me see if I can get somebody to get on here live with me and check it. See if anyone is able to hear anything that I am saying. We had a serious glitch. And hopefully somebody pop on here real quick and we can find out if we have sound or not. And if we do, we'll get the show off and going. Hello, can you hear me? Is it working this time? Yes, it's working finally. Excellent. All right, guys, let me take a sip of water real quick and we'll get this show started. All right. I found the glitch. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. It's episode 140 of your favorite D list actor. Coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, where it's nice and rainy today. Dark clouds, dark skies, lots of rain. It did for a second, happy weekend. It did for a second get a little bit warm. It got up to 67, but now it is definitely long sleeve weather for the day. And it should be in the 80s by the end of the week. I do love the weather here, but we definitely needed the rain. Got my run in on Monday. It was a rough one, man. I was feeling pretty sluggish on Monday with that run. It may have been all the hot wings I ate over the weekend. Who knows? Got all the workouts in, though, felt pretty strong. So, yeah, I would say it was definitely a good week for the workouts. Diet is looking very, very good. Like I said, other than, of course, the wings. But, man, the wings were so freaking delicious. I had to have them. So, we had a huge sound glitch when we first started the episode, and it was hilarious. Everybody over here just with the jokes, I loved it, and thank you guys all for trying so hard, even checking your stuff and checking your phones and your MacBooks and everything, and checking your own sound to make sure it worked. And it was on my end, but it's all fixed now, so it's all good and gravy. I'll just have to make sure I double check that every time before I shoot the show, because apparently something had been changed. But it's all good. Things happen. I'm not the only one that uses the computer. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, it is Red Friday, so all my military peeps, if you got peeps that you need to check on, make sure you check on them. I know every Friday I do a happy Friday to a lot of people just to make sure they are good. And I highly recommend you do that with a small group of people and then have them move with a small group of people. That way, at least every Friday, someone has someone checking on them. Bum, 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 bum. Today, I was on Packers Without Borders podcast, and we didn't talk about football at all. It was top 10 favorite TV series of all time and top 10 movies of all time. I won't give you the both lists because I'd love for you guys to go over to Packers Without Borders and listen to that podcast once it drops. And when it drops, I will let you know. It was funny though, because I really thought that he and I, both being movie buffs, would have a lot of the same films in the top 10, and we didn't have a single one. I knew we wouldn't have any television series. I didn't think that would happen at all, but not a single movie. I was like, wow, that is weird. I did not see that coming. Hey, what's everybody's favorite movie and favorite TV series of all time? I'm very interested to know that because there are so many great movies and great TV series out there. Black Cat's back. What's up? We got sound. We just asked a question, Black Cat. What is your favorite movie of all time, and what is your favorite TV series of all time? Because that was the topic of discussion today on Packers Without Borders, where I just had, I believe, my fifth uh, time being on the podcast. So yeah, as soon as that drops, I will let everyone know. And Miss Moon in the house. What's up? We got 4 watching live. We got 2 likes. We got some writing done this week, folks. Yeah, my man Josh and I, we had about a half an hour to just go at it. We got another 8 pages clean. We're on 79 pages clean, but As you know, every time we clean up the script, we end up adding more. So we added another page. So now Hunter season 1 spinoff of Red Sands is now at 103 pages. Army Wives is Shannon's favorite series. Yeah, my wife watches a lot of those Wives of shows. Top Gun is her favorite movie. That is excellent. Last of the Mohicans, Daniel Day-Lewis, man. Daniel Day-Lewis. Doesn't he have he has 3 Oscars, doesn't he? He is so freaking amazing. What an incredible freaking actor. Yeah, wow. He is just brilliant. Well, as you know, as I was saying, Red Sands was the original series that's going to be streaming all over the place, and we'll get to that. And Hunter is the spinoff that I'm writing. 6 watching live, 3 likes. And Hunter and Red Sands season 2, after talking to Mike, has been greenlit. I think we talked about that before, but it has been greenlit for 2025. So very cool. And of course, Red Sands is currently streaming at WOCOO.TV. It's international thing. There we go. Oh, Lost Boys. I do like. Oh, very good. Lost Boys was awesome movie. Not only is it streaming there at WOCOO TV, but it's going to be streaming on Prime Video eventually, and hopefully by the summer. We're hoping that's going to be the time. And of course, on Tubi, which I'm so excited about because I love that. I've got so many movies that I'm in that are on Tubi, but this will be my show that's on Tubi, so I'm very excited about that. But the other platforms that I mentioned before, I didn't realize that OTT until I talked to Mike and Josh, the executive producers of Red Sands, and found out that OTT Studio, Z Void, and Future Today are not streaming platforms; they're distribution places, which means that there's a chance that Red Sands could be probably streaming on 20 different platforms by summer. Okay, let's check what we got over here. We got, oh yeah, Gangs of New York, absolutely, is Bill the Butcher. He killed that role. My mom, Die Hard, best Christmas movie of all time. Oh, you finally watched Gone with the Wind. All right, that's a classic, very, very old classic. And Battlestar Galactica 20. Ooh, the new Battlestar Galactica. That's awesome. I remember the old school one. I was a huge fan of that. I love the toys too. They were so cool. Because the spaceships, the original toys, fired those little rockets out of the little spaceship, which was really, really cool. I did like Battlestar Galactica, but none of those made it to either one of my top 10 lists. That's what I said. I was so blown away that he and I didn't have anything the same on the top 10 list. It was wild, absolutely wild. So that is the newest update on Red Sands. Still going to be dropping on Prime. Still going to be dropping on Tubi. It's already on WOCOO.TV, and it's now with 3 other distribution companies: OTT Studios, Z Void, and Future Today, which means it possibly can be streaming all over the world by summer. Haven't had any updates on writing with Contract, but I have seen he's been posting a lot about the series. So if you head over to Contract the Series on Instagram, you can get updates on that. I have not written anything new on the Phoenix script, but I also haven't been asked to write any more on it. So I'm just leaving that there. I believe they're moving on with some other stuff. So I'm just going to park that where it is, and I'll jump on that if they request. But the show that I'm currently working on, where I'm the stunt coordinator, fight coordinator, and I'm going to be one of the actors in the movie, it's the same crew part of the crew that I did Loveborn with. And this one is called The 0 Hour. It is a sci-fi futuristic shoot 'em up style. It is a proof of concept, so basically what it is, you shoot a short movie or a scene or so, and because it's part of something bigger, it's a bigger idea. So you shoot the short movie, and then people, hey, this is the idea that we have, and it's pretty cool. It's neat to do. So we're doing a proof of concept short film. We had a bunch of production meetings already this week. I had my fitting on Tuesday for my uniform, for my futuristic uniform that I'll be wearing. And tomorrow and Sunday, we have 2 days of stunt rehearsal, fight rehearsal. I'm very excited to be leading this. I met my crew at the fitting, and we're excited, man, to get this get working on this. It's 2 days of rehearsals, and then next weekend, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, we will be filming that short film, 0 Hour, right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And this will be my 4th short film in Phoenix since moving here, and it will be my 3rd time getting to do stunts in a short film since moving here. So that is very, very cool. Now, the other micro short that we shot 2 weekends ago, I met with the director of that because I wanted to hear his ideas on my micro short that I wrote. We had a great discussion, had some coffee, and just chopped it up about the show. And then we've been putting feelers out on LinkedIn, looking for people in the Phoenix acting community who might want to be part of it. It's going to be, we're just going to shoot it one day, maybe 2, no budget, and just see who we can get out there and just put something together. It will be a lot of fun. But that film that we shot last weekend, if you go up on Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube, there are videos of the fall that I had to do for the film, and I believe it's somewhere between 4 to 6 times I did the fall. But I love that stuff, so it was a blast doing it on rocks. Yeah, that's why I had a huge bruise on my left hip, but it was fun. I love doing stunts. You get banged up, so what? It is just an absolute blast to get to do stuff like that. But that short film, he said, once the score is done, that I and everybody that was part of it will be able to release that micro short wherever we want. So I will be uploading that micro short once the score is finished here. So that way you guys will see the stunt I did, and then you'll see the finished product of the short that we shot in I think we shot it in 5 hours out in the desert. But yeah, you get to see it. And I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to hear the final score that they put on that. It's going to be very, very cool. But while I'm doing all that cool stuff and working on these local Phoenix projects, I still got to grind away because acting is my profession. And this week's grind was kind of weak. There wasn't a lot to submit for. I only had 10 submissions. No auditions, no callbacks. And after last week, we had 15 submissions and 3 auditions. So it was a very slow week. It's all good, though. Hey, when they come, and hopefully I'm just gonna keep grinding away until I find. Well, I'll always be grinding away, regardless of whatever level I make it to. But yeah, gotta grind in this industry, man. If you want to get out there. All right, guys, we made it through the intro. It's time to take a refreshment break. Whatever you're drinking, cheers to the weekend. You made it to the weekend, so cheers to that. And of course, I gotta have my sweet elixir that is my iced coffee. It's scary how delicious of an iced coffee I make. Wow, absolutely amazing. Oh, and also once a 0 hour is all shot and done up, and whatever they're going to do with it, if they're going to put it in to film festivals, it could be a while before you guys get to see it, but I'm not sure exactly what they want to do because it is a proof of concept. So we'll see. They may film festival it, but once I find out exactly what they're doing with it, I will let you guys know. But now we're moving on to the first named segment of the show, the social media segment, because we're not just here on YouTube blabbing away every Friday night, except for earlier when we were blabbing and nothing was happening. It's all good for those of you who witnessed that. But we're also over on X, formerly known as Twitter, at TJWIMZ, Instagram at TJWIMZ, Facebook and LinkedIn at TJWIMBS, as in bullshit or bullshisa. And if you want the latest and greatest on projects that I've worked on, big projects and projects that are coming up, go over to IMDb and look up me, imdb.me/TJWIMBS, as in bullshit or bullshiza, and get all that down low and cool information about the shows and movies that I have been in. Even some music videos are on there, so you can go check those out, like Rowdy Rich and, good stuff. You get all kinds of information that maybe you didn't know, and a lot of those pages have trivia as well. New videos all across the board, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Twitter X's, all that stuff. We even got new videos up on here. I even posted another puppy short. So if you head over to my shorts, there's a short about Mando after he has his bath, and all the Yorkies, as soon as they get out of the bath, they just run around like maniacs, and they flip and flop and do all kinds of stuff. They're like fish out of water. It's hilarious. So Mando's is up. It is in my shorts if you guys want to go check that out. It's pretty funny. We got 2 new subscribers this week, and I subscribed back to their shows. We now have 346 subscribers, so close to 350. IMDb numbers for acting down. IMDb numbers for the show after they were so high also down. It's a Friday night, but we got no up. We got no touchdowns. So hey guys, no dance tonight. And no dance tonight is brought to you by nobody, because we don't have sponsors here. So go over, hit all the social medias, and you can see all the new videos that are up, all the new pictures that are up, and the puppy video is here on YouTube. If you don't already subscribe, go ahead and click that little icon in the corner down there. It looks like it's just my head looking off into the distance. That is the subscribe button. You can subscribe for free. You can like for free. You can comment for free. You can come on here and live chat for free like these crazy cats do every single Friday live. But we're coming earlier now. It's now 5 p.m. And Mountain Time, we don't do the forward or back thing. So we're the exact same time as the West Coast if you don't want to try to figure out the Mountain Time. So that's the new time until summer's over. We're going to go with 5 p.m. Pacific, specifically Pacific. All right, guys, that's the new time. Hey man, we got through that section real quick because there was no up down dance or touchdown dance. It's time to have another sip before we move on to the next segment. Wow, that is so good. It's so good. It's criminal. It's just criminal. I tell you what. Moving on to the next segment, TJ's Hollywood Seconds, because you may have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again because I like to. Venom 3 even has a poster out already, looking pretty cool. Don't know if it's going to be part of the new Marvel Universe. Didn't have a date on it, anything like that, but I'm excited more. Not the normal Marvel stuff, some other outside Marvel things, and we'll see how that goes in there now with the Spider-Verse and all of that. Also saw Scream 7 is in the works. Yeah, 7. Crazy. What am I watching and what's on TV? Well, it was the Oscars. Did anybody catch the Oscars? It did not disappoint. Oppenheimer crushed it for Best Picture. And of course, Mr. Murphy there won for Best Actor. Let me get my glasses on because I wrote that really. So Emma Stone, Best Actress. What was that one right there? Poor Things. What else we got there? Best Supporting Actress. Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer. Best Cinematographer, Hoyt. Van Hoyten, or however you say his name. It's a crazy name. Not crazy, just hard for me to pronounce. For Oppenheimer, Best Supporting Actress, Divine Randolph for The Holdovers. She killed it. She's an awesome actress. And for Best Director, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. And man, it was so awesome that I actually had a chance to meet Mr. Nolan, although it was the most terrifying moment I've ever had in the 6 years in acting. But yeah, Oppenheimer absolutely crushed it at the Oscars this year. Phenomenal. What else? Finished. I don't know if I told you guys, I did watch the entire first season of Andor, which is Star Wars. And yeah, I give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't really anything great. It was okay. I didn't mind watching it. They had some good things in there. There's a couple things that they crossed over from other stuff, other Star Wars mythology. So I did like those parts. But when you're comparing everything against the Mandalorian, you really, really need to bring it in. Andor isn't on that level, but it wasn't terrible. I give it a 5 out of 10. Fargo season 4, episode 2. I'm absolutely still in love with this series, and it actually made my top 10 favorite TV series of all time. Season 4, I believe I'm either on episode 2 or I'm about to start episode 2, and I'm watching that, crossing that over with Shogun, which is a remake of a series when I was a kid. And man, it is, they check just the picture, everything you see in the film is absolutely gorgeous. They did such an amazing job with Shogun. I'm really, really enjoying this series. I am on episode 2, and I may have even finished episode 2, and it is absolutely phenomenal. The acting is incredible. Really good action. I love samurais. I love swordplay. So come on, man, this thing is incredible. Even better than the original, which I rarely ever say. So if you get a chance to check it out, Shogun over there. I'm watching it on Hulu, and I'm also watching Fargo on Hulu, season 4 on that, and season 1 of Shogun, which is a brand new series. So you gotta wait till it comes out. So you can't power watch it just yet. And I like it. I like that old school, way of waiting a week for each one. I do like that. It's fun. On to the box office top 5. In at number 5, Bob Marley, One Love, still in the top 5. It's grossed over 91 million. Cabrini, I don't know this film. It may have just come out. It's only made 9.6 million, but it is in the top 4 as of Wednesday. Imaginary is at number 3. It's grossed 13 million. In at number 2, new release, Kung Fu Panda 4, and it has already made 73 million. I believe it came out this past weekend. And at number 1 again, Dune Part 2, and that has grossed over 172 million, and Part 3 is in work already. They're doing a great job with that. Once again, another one where I'm impressed that it's actually better than the original. Yeah, I know. Absolutely blown away. Man. Well, another short show. I'm cool with that. I don't mind. 40-minute shows are great too, but sometimes they're not that long. It's all good. It's practically summer here in Arizona. I know some of you guys are probably still getting snow up north, up there in the Michigans, in the cold area. I see it all the time on the internet. It's wild because I'll be outside and it'll be 70, and then somebody on the other side of America is, getting 2 feet of snow. It is wild. Well, guys, this is going to be the new time, 5 p.m. Pacific, until the end of summer. Oh, it's been warmer here, and good. It's been warmer in Michigan. She says it's finally warming up, and like I said, it's going to be 80s this week, so it's definitely warm here. It's almost, I believe April will be pool weather. Now I just got to get me one of them pools. All right, guys, I'm going to give thanks real quick. Let me drop this mic. If you missed it early, we originally started the show, and the show had no the mic was working here, but it wasn't working over there. So that was hilarious. Everything is working now. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Look forward to hearing from you guys next Friday. And I'm out this one.